Hey guys, hope you guys doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Great having you guys coming back here, and I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. I've been so busy in the last few days, just with tons of work schedule and family matters, so I really haven't had time to upload this video that I always wanted to do. So guys, forgive me because even though that we're doing an unboxing right now, but actually I took this watch out already. I wore it for a couple hours when I was working away, just on my laptop right here on my work desk. But before I peeled the stickers away and decided this to stay in the long term in my collection, at least for now, I want to create that unboxing experience again for you guys, because we do have in this community, in this channel, we do have a lot of young hobbyists, the young watch lovers just coming to the hobby of buying their first or second Seikos. And you guys know, right? Most of the time, especially for us that will be in the game for a little while now, we're not buying Seikos from their Seiko boutiques. We're buying Seikos from other authorized dealers. Sometimes in the mall, sometimes online, most of the time, and even on Amazon, all right? Or buying people's mint condition Seikos from platforms such as What You Seek, from eBay, from your Facebook local marketplaces. So there is still an important factor to be addressed. What is it like to unbox one of the, I guess, new Seikos? As we know, the King Seiko, so the King Turtle, was introduced a couple years ago, probably 3 years back, around that COVID 2020 year. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is a very good watch, guys. This watch surprised me. But again, today I just want to create that experience of unboxing and talk about maybe the first impression of the King Turtle. And of course, we're going to talk about this watch in many different comparisons and maybe do a review just on its own, because I can see what Seiko is doing really well with their new line, especially in the last recent couple of years. And I like the direction that they're going. And let's get straight into it. So as we know, we call this double box. We've got the actually, there's a bit of story to this watch I forgot to mention, very importantly, because this watch will not be here without one of my local subscribers. His name is Sahil. He has developed a very strong passion for the brand. He sometimes message me 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock in the morning, talking about the watches that he found. He's quite a good collector. His collection is really coming together. In the last few months, he collected some of the awesome Seiko pieces in terms of baby tunas. He's got a couple of limited editions of baby tunas. We'll talk about the first gen, which we all love. He's got a couple of really nice monsters now that he sourced. Of course, right? I knew the whole journey of his collection in the last couple of months, especially. But again, I want thanks to Sahil, because without Sahil hunting down this watch for me, I wouldn't be able to buy it. Guys, as you know, we're all acting. We have a limited amount of budget. We try to be financial, I guess, responsible for our family. And as I said before, one of my principles is not to duplicate what I have. So again, I'm a massive fan of Seiko turtles. I've got the SRPE05, which is the normal turtle that was introduced, quite a few years back. And my intention, of course, I've owned 3 or 4, actually owned, I think 5 turtles in general, overall in my history of collection. But I never thought about adding another one and stay with my black turtle, because I could have spent that money elsewhere. However, Sahil found a deal for me in one of the biggest mall in Australia. We call it Maya. Here is a massive shopping mall franchise in another city of where I live. So he actually found in Canberra, the capital of Australia, which is about 1,000 or 800 kilometers away from here. He shopped locally, bought the last one here, and the only other remaining one was in Canberra. All right, about 1,000 kilometers away. So he gave me the phone number of that store, and I called him up. Again, this watch. Look, guys, I'm not going to talk about how cheap this watch is. This is not a cheap watch. A King Seiko deserves all the respect, but for some reason, Maya decided to clearance on this particular green turtle for I don't know. It could be a mistake, right? Because certainly they're still making it, and so we bought this for a ridiculous amount of a discount off the RRP, which is a great thing, because I'm confident if I'm going to flip this watch, then I'm not gonna lose anything on it. Maybe even to make $50, of course, right? That here comes and goes and opportunities. So this is the last one in Australia from Maya at that price, and I grabbed it and I said, "Thank you so much, Sahil, because without your support, I can't bring this into the channel and to check it out. And I understand, guys, we love turtles. We know how faithful turtle is to the 6306, 6309, and we know how important it is in Seiko's overall historical development of their diver designs. And King Turtle was really a product that they made in to satisfy the needs of the hobbyists, the part of us, a majority of us, or even a large, portion of the hobbyists in the community. They want better spec turtle. And guys, let's face the truth, right? We get it. We love turtles, but every single manufacturer out there is doing sapphire crystals. Every one of them. Sorry, I just saw this pop up. Bitcoin's gone up another 6.7% to 29,000. Where I was again? Every one of those micro brands is doing with ceramic bezel. So they're great watches, right? But again, they really want to borrow the high spec, as we call it, into the modern lineup of Seiko reissues as it comes to Turtle. And this was born. So again, today is a quick unboxing. We're not going to talk in details of this watch, but I have so many things to say that I know I wanted already. But this is a beautiful watch, all right? So guys, let me just do a zooming on the dial. I think we have many subscribers in this channel already owning a King Turtle, and you're very proud. And I love this watch too, right? I know the waffle dial, the Cyclops, the ceramic bezel, and sapphire crystal, all sort of areas where you have two sides of the coin, right? You have the traditional hobby supporters saying, why would you mess up a dial like this? We love that clean matte dial, black, have the traditional Pepsi, and that's all great. Why are you making a waffle dial, right? And of course, welcoming the sapphire crystal and ceramic bezel. But a lot of us don't like that Cyclops, and I hated that Cyclops, especially from a marketing material standpoint. I just couldn't justify why we'll have such a candy bar on it. But after actually having this in my hands, it doesn't look that bad, guys. It definitely does its job. I'm gonna do a close up on the dial. That grenade dial is very interesting, guys. Waffle dial, that green. Just speaking of green, I'm actually let me put it down. I'm actually wearing my another green as well. I love this. I love these Willards. I had it on the bracelet. I'm gonna talk very much in detail review of the Willards, but of course today we're gonna do unboxing of this, and let's focus on this. Again, very old story of the Turtle 6306, 6309 design. They're not messing up with the design. All they did is change the dial from a matte to a clean dial to a waffle. All they did is change the crystal to a sapphire with Cyclops on, and giving us a very shiny ceramic bezel. That's all they did. That's really all they did. They didn't change the hand, they didn't change the indices, and they didn't change the dimension of it, which we all love. So guys, we gotta look at this what it is, right? They've done a great job. Of course, there's gonna be future developments of the Seiko King Turtle line. I don't know, they made a few King Turtles in different areas of maybe limited edition, if I can remember correctly, in some parts of the world without that Cyclops. And some of them still carrying the waffle dial, some of them carrying a sunburst dial, different designs. But overall, the language of the case, of the cushion shell, the hands, indices, they're not changing. So kudos to you, Seiko. Well done. And guys, as I said before, I actually unboxed this already, and I had it on the beautiful Uncle Seiko Piece of Rice bracelet. It just looked fantastic. Guys, here's the thing, right? The OEM, gosh, I like this watch. I like my Turtle black SRPE05J. That's not leaving, but I'm liking these two, guys. Let me show you what it is. Okay, I'm gonna fully explore the versatility and impactful appearances on this piece of rice. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks right now. I think you guys will love it. All right, guys. So that's it, guys. Really, there's no secret to it. We all know what King Seiko is all about. We know what the King line is all about. You guys know that I have the King Samurai, the SRPE0543. What do you call that? The SRPE0543 Core Reef. And this is a nice strap too, guys. I'm not Again, so this is gonna rest in the box. I'm not gonna use it again until this goes to someone else. Of course, any color of strap will work on that green. On that green waffle dial, beautiful, right? So SRPE05, this is the K. There is a J version, of course. There's, I think, SPDY, which is the JDM models for the line. SRPE05K retail price 950 bucks Aussie, right? I think retail is about 550 or 600 in US. But guys, I'm telling you, once the green, let's call this the grenade turtle, okay? Once this green grenade goes on that piece of rice, you guys will like it more. I can guarantee. Just be with me. And the other thing that I learned about, swapping out bracelets and all that for turtles, because how the overall design pattern and language of that cushion shell, right? But because how short you see the distance of here, right? So I'm talking about this, right? So because it has a 5 or 6 millimeters of lug length, it has a very short lug to lug. So what that results in is, of course, different designers they does different things, right? So when you're doing a bracelet change on a turtle, let's say you bought this or you bought other king turtles or turtles that you don't like, the OEM bracelets too, I think it's the oyster style, it's got a press clasp, it's too old, you wanted something fancy, you wanted something more modern or bring the visual that you want out of your turtle, do it. Because turtle shell has it, like I said, because it has very short lug lens right here, lug lens. So what they allow us to do is when you put it on, you don't need a fitted end link for the watch. The only way that you can see a gap is if you curve the watches like this. You're gonna see that gap without the fitted end link. But again, because a fitted end link will create bulkiness on the sides, and because how short like the lug is, most of the time you're gonna see this. You don't even feel like that you're missing the end link, right? Same thing. Sorry to interrupt, guys. I'm just letting myself talk about all kinds of different stuff when it comes to mine. Same thing as the Willard, because how close lug distance is to the case. You don't need, guys, here's the thing, you don't need the end link. Just go straight 20 mil lug to lug, 22 meters lug to lug. Because if you sell the watch one day, let's say you move on to other Seiko watches, or you want to give it to your friends, if you're selling it or you're upgrading it, you can keep the bracelet or sell the bracelet separately, because this can feed any any watches that has 22 millimeters lug width. Okay, so almost there. I think you guys will really like it. There we go. All right, different shades of green. There you go. That's how it looks. I love it. Do you know why? Because see, the beauty why Jubilee bracelet, the BZRI bracelet, is always doing good sales in numbers for bracelet manufacturers, especially talk about aftermarket as a strap code and Uncle Seiko, is because it is just so versatile. It's changing between the brush and the finishing to a excuse me, guys, to a polished surface is right in the middle, very similar to Jubilee, right? Very similar to Jubilee, and then you excuse me, guys, and you finish the whole thing with a brushing on the other side. That coupled with the beautiful brushing on the surface of that turtle shell, you see, both on the outside, right? And matches up with that polish that reflects in the middle with this, what do you call this again? Ceramic bezel. And that sort of how the indices and the hands, they all have a beautiful you guys understand what I'm trying to say, right? It has that beautiful round sort of frame. It aligns perfectly with that polishing section in the middle of the BZRI. So I think it's an absolutely fantastic pair in marriage between BZRI's bracelet and the King Turtle. If you guys, again, this message goes out for you guys already have a King Turtle that you either doesn't like the strap, You want to change it up? Of course you can change to anything you want. Or you want to buy a bracelet, but you're not sure which one to buy. Or you don't want to buy a fitted end link because you want to has the ability to keep the bracelet for other watches one day that you decide to part with your turtles. Buy the straight end link 22mm bezel rise. After having so many bracelets from Uncle Strap, from Strapco, I can wholeheartedly recommend the Uncle Strap bezel rise 22mm bracelet. I love it. Alright guys, we're just going to do a wrist shot before I end the video, and of course we're going to talk about this watch in many different occasions. But this is a very lovely watch, guys. This is a very lovely watch. Again, this is on my 7-inch wrist. I'm loving every piece of it, guys. It's versatile. Again, it's because you've got that, it's better upgraded sapphire crystal and ceramic bezel. It has that modded, sort of not modded watch, but has that more modernized feeling to, in contrast of that vintage historical design of the Seikos. Is a truly great recipe, and I have no idea why they clearance this watch, because they shouldn't. I know for a fact that King Turtle is selling well. I know for a fact, out of all the King Turtle bunches, the green one is probably the one that sells the most. Just out of my observations of the, every time when a green turtle, when a grenade turtle pops up available on eBay or on the forum with reasonable prices between that 300 to 350 US, you just get grabbed straight away. Okay, guys, but it is a great watch. Again, thank you guys so much. Just putting two together, actually, they both green, right? But very different kind of green. So again, guys, thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate you being here. No doubt, I'll see you guys very shortly in my next video. Bye bye, guys.